All right, we are back, and we are jumping directly into another match. We have Wally West against the illustrious Chris.
This is actually a repeat match. Wally is the one who put Chris into the losers bracket the last time they met up. So I'm really curious to see here if Chris is able to turn it around and come out of this on top.
Chris could come back with vengeance. He could come back with blood in his mouth, and you don't want that, especially from a Fox player.
Oh, for sure. You know it's tuberculosis at that point.
That being said, we can see Chris getting out to a little edge here in the beginning. Nothing too great, but any edge is an edge.
I don't know. Last time Wally was also down at the start, and then we saw him take 2 matches. So this is most likely just the learning experience here for Wally. I don't expect to see him pull out his pull potential until next round.
That's true. That's very true. Well, if anything, Chris has shown in the past that he can contend with anybody in this tournament.
With the exception of Project 7's very own
Poseidon, of course. But, that being said, Chris has dealt a little bit more damage than Wally has. But like you said in the past, Wally has come back from a deficit. But at the same time, and he does a terrible slip up there. Terrible slip up there from Wally West to slide off the map and drop a stock, with Chris having a decent amount of damage, but not astronomical.
Yeah, not as much as we would need for him to really clinch this away,
Ooh, that might have been a misstep by Chris right there. May have been a misstep by Chris. But, Chris plays the edges extremely well. But it does appear that Wally plays the air a little better than Chris, which I think is the difference in this match. So it's just whoever can drag their opponent to their playing style. Drag them down there. If Wally's going to play in the skies, probably going to be Wally's game. But if Chris can bring him down to the edges, Chris has got this all the way.
What's up with the hippo and underwear in the background there?
I've seen that many a times now, and I don't even know what to say about it.
Oh, it's an elephant, actually.
It's an elephant.
Yeah.
Ooh, with a nice upward smash by Chris, and he takes it. Wally West goes down, and Chris, could be making his way back for a championship run here.
I'd love to see that. I also was hoping to see Wally, so it's.
I would like to see a Chris versus Cow Dog. That'd be a match I'd like to see.
Wow. How can you say that when I guess that they're both in losers bracket right now, so we can still see that.
It's anybody's game.
We can see that while still seeing Poseidon in the finals, which is what we're truly here to see.
Yes. Now we're seeing an interesting map choice here. Will the wind and the blowing.
They are both light. They are both, carried a lot by wind and stuff like that. So I do think that one missed jump is going to be greatly affected by the wind here.
We are just getting to a point where these competitors are so well matched against each other that it is almost strike for strike, and it's gonna be a fight to the very last match. That being said, who do you have in this match?
I do have a soft spot in my heart for Wally.
Really? You're gonna take Wally over our boy Chris?
I did find myself rooting on the opposite side of Wally last time we saw him come to the arena
and
here.
It bit us in the ass.
It did. So
it did bite us in the ass.
I think there's a lot of potential here for him to again show up as the underdog and take another.
Oh, a perfect edge guard there by Chris, and I think he'll eat those words. I think Chris is. I might dare say Chris might be the one to beat in this losers bracket, other than Project 7's Poseidon.
As you've been running your gums here, about Chris, it seems that they've tied it up. And Wally is back to showing his true colors of kind of, showing a little, being a little lackluster in round one, and then showing us a much stronger performance in round two.
I think if Wally does move on from this matchup here against Chris, I think that play style will come to bite him in the ass. When you drop a game in the beginning, no matter what the reasoning is, it's not a good way to start out.
For sure.
Like I said, if now that Chris has Wally down on the ground and more towards the edges, this is where Chris shines. That being said, if Wally can pull him back up on those platforms, it's a different game.
There is also, I will say, even though I'm rooting for Wally here, seeing Chris win here would be nice solely for the timing aspect. We'd see another two-match round.
While you're saying that, a miscue by Wally West puts him down
a full stock.
Stock in game 2 with Chris being up 1.
Yeah, with Chris with the advantage here, we really need to see a lot of work out of Wally here if he wants to hold on for game 3 here.
I think a lot of what's going to tell is the amount of damage Chris can put on Wally before he gets knocked out here, if he gets knocked out at all, because it does appear that Chris is laying a hurt down on Wally West.
Oh, wow, taking over a full stock advantage here. One good strike is going to call it, and
this might
send
be
Wally
it.
home. There it is. Oh,
Chris
my goodness.
Takes game 2, and I believe that will knock Wally West out of the tournament.
Wow, you hate to see that. Wally putting a lot of heart into his first 3 appearances on the stage here. Our hearts go out to his family after this devastating loss.